Hello my fellow creators and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is the second of the month, which means it's time for the SheetLoad creative team to share our version of this month's SheetLoad of Cards sketch. The SheetLoad of Cards is a sketch, cutting guide, and full supply list provided free to all of Call Me Crafty Al's subscribers. I'll be sure to link to Call Me Crafty Al's channel in the description box below. On the second of the month, she shares a full process video using the SheetLoad sketch, including any tips or tricks she may have. The creative team also shares our version of how we use the SheetLoad sketch on the second of the month. Now, I will have a link to a playlist in the description box below so that you can follow along with all the creative team members for the August 2024 SheetLoad of Cards sketch. Now, if you'd like to play along with this month's SheetLoad of Cards sketch, please be sure to use the hashtags on the sketch when sharing on social media. This way, we can see all the wonderful creations being made by all of our crafty friends. Now, the sketch does share what supplies are needed, how many cards the sketch will yield, and this month it yields 8, the dimensions in case you want to make one card instead of the full batch, any special instructions, and alternative or other ways to use the sketch, such as rotating the sketch. Now, page 2 is your cutting guide, which shows how to cut any pattern paper or cardstock you will need to make this SheetLoad of cards. So I decided to use this beautiful 12 by 12 paper pad that I recently purchased at Michael's. It is the Sweet Magic paper pad, and let me flip through it real quick. You can just see how beautiful these papers are. There's just so much color and so much shine on these papers. It has some nice foiling on there. You have your nice rainbow of colors on all these papers. Your pinks, purples, teals, so pretty. And then you have some nice florals. I'm loving every paper in this paper pad. So let me show you what papers I chose to use for my cards. So I chose to use this pattern paper that has a rainbow of colors all around it and some florals in white. And then I chose this one that's just a white background and the floral is kind of in a holographic shimmery color. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so let me show you the cards that I made. So I used a silver matte layer behind the paper when I used the more colorful paper, and then I used a black matte layer behind the white pattern paper, and I stuck with that silver and white for my sentiment. So I used this congrats sentiment, and you'll see I repeated that on my cards. Let me scooch these over so you can see them all. Now those are 4 of my 8 cards, and I made a slight boo-boo on the other 4. When I was cutting at the diagonal for this piece, I cut it at the wrong angle, but it's okay. I made it work. So I just put the sentiment going in the other direction. Now, if you ask me, I do have to say I prefer the sentiment going upward from left to right. But I'm not going to let these cards go to waste. I'm sure whoever gets one of these cards is not going to complain because the sentiment is at a different angle. And then with the scraps of paper, I did put some of the little flag, little banners on the insides of my cards. And I made an additional card with the scraps. So I added some black matte layer behind there. On this one I used a black glitter. I found a scrap of black glitter for my shadow of my word, and then added some more to the inside. So there you have my 8 cards using this month's SheetLoad of Card sketch. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or followed me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.